My first recipe is a refreshing lemon and lavender posset, which is full of flavours that are new to me, the essence of wild flowers. I grew up in an urban environment, but now Kent is my adopted county. I live surrounded by fields. I spent the day with someone who showed me a new way of looking at the countryside I thought I knew. Known as the Garden of England, Kent is a fertile region and many ingredients even grow wild here. One local who knows where to find them is foraging expert Lucia Stewart. So this is wild horseradish here?
Wild horseradish, yeah, big, magnificent curly leaves with veins.
Yeah, but I've seen this before, I didn't even realise what it was. I didn't even know it existed. No. We've been given permission to sort of dig it up.
Brilliant, that's it, yeah. Look at that.
Wow, that's really strong. You could smell the end bit there, you could get a whiff, but that...
Yeah.
That's
and it's
incredible.
lovely. And oh yeah, I love that. It makes you think of roast beef.
It does.
Doesn't it? Bring
Yeah,
on the roast
absolutely.
beef.
I like to bake with all kinds of local ingredients, but I'm not so familiar with what's in the undergrowth. Luckily, Lucia can tell me which wild flavours are useful.
Do you think then, based on the fact that there are so many sort of wild foods out there, foods that you can go and pick for your own consumption, that could you live off the land?
We could, but why not combine it with the best of both worlds?
So you use the wildflowers, you use the herbs to enhance the food.
Yeah, natural flavourings, very creative, and yeah, opens a very new world.
Lucia tells me there are lots of weird and wonderful ingredients in the undergrowth, but here's one I recognise, the blackberry.
I used to pick this a lot with my folks up near Blackpool. I don't know why it was always Blackpool.
They are fantastic, aren't they? They're so varied, there's many species of bramble, and right next door is some fennel.
Oh, the fennel, of course, yeah.
That's the wild fennel, and this is a terrific culinary ingredient, much respected by the ancient Romans and Greeks for its medicinal property.
Do you know what it's like? This is like you're going down a supermarket
I know.
and you're thinking, yeah, we need to. Oh, do we need some blackberries? Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take some of them.
yeah.
Ooh, fennel, we need some of that.
There you go. I always say that. Oh, I've been shopping when I come back. People see
You got your basket.
Yeah.
We're just looking for the till down the bottom.
Yeah.
There's someone here somewhere.
These ingredients are a great addition to all kinds of recipes, and Lucia knows just about all of them, even the most obscure.
I can see some rose bay willow herb, which is a pretty little summer flower over here. The shoots are edible in spring. They're recommended to be soaked to get the flavour out, and also drying helps get the flavour out too. In terms of flavours, you'll have a smell of this mugwort. That was used before hops to flavour beers. It's fantastic,
Yeah, I mean,
isn't it?
straight away, I can it's like beer, Kent beer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a nice one. That does remind me of hops, though.
Yeah.
Leaving the country lanes, Lucia takes me to a garden to explore flavours that can be found on anyone's doorstep.
What have we got here then? I know those guys.
That is a wonderful bunch of lavender.
That's lovely.
I do know this one, usually recognised by its scent, not its flavour.
One of the strange things is, for me, actually, when I smell lavender, and indeed eat lavender, it reminds me of banana. It's quite a versatile thing. I mean, I think it does work in cakes. Is lavender difficult to grow in this country?
English lavender was the best in the world, and you'd hear the street choirs going, lavender, lavender. So, no, we're very well suited for lavender.
Okay, so it is used to our sort of...
It's ideal for us. It used to be world famous English lavender.
Okay. So what else are we looking at then?
So we've got those. We've got a few little marigolds over there, which are a colourful cooking ingredient. They make teas in France, colourful teas.
Show me what's edible. Roses, I mean, I think immediately Turkish delight. I think of icing sugar and egg white, drying them out, eating them, use them as decoration on a cake. So what else have we got here?
Beautiful nasturtiums from Peru, peppery, tangy leaf. Fantastic shape for stuffing. Have a taste of that.
You can eat this?
You can eat it, and it's peppery. I sprinkle it on pasta, full of vitamin C, so you've got all that as well.
It's actually quite nice.
You like it?
Yeah. Can you eat the flour, or can you only eat the leaf?
I stuff the flour with cream cheese for canapes.
I can understand why you put it with cheese, because the creaminess would really blend quite well with that.
This has been a journey around Kent I've never experienced before. And to finish off, a glass of Lucia's own lemonade comes with an added flavour straight from the garden.
It's lovely, whatever it is.
Have a guess.
It's not rose. It's not overwhelming. Is it lavender?
It's lavender.
That's delicious. It's really refreshing.
It's a little sweeter than lemonade. It sweetens the acid.
When I go out walking the dog, I see a lot of this, just don't know what it is. So for me, it's given a different perspective on what Kent is. It's not just about apples, and it's not just about the baking, the huffkins. It's not just about the soft fruit. It's also about these magic wild foods that are out there, but I think you have to gain the knowledge to know what you're looking for.
There's a lot to be had, isn't there?
I think so. And you just started me on a brand new path.
Great.
Thank you very much indeed.
Lucia's passion didn't end in that garden. It's a few weeks since our day out, and while I've been experimenting with lavender cakes, Lucia has been picking one of the UK's most nutritious wild fruits, sea buckthorn.
What have you been digging around and dug out since?
Well, there's been some brilliant developments. Now, this one, sea buckthorn, is a native of the East Coast, and it is super tasty. I'd love you to be brave enough to try it. I know you're a very brave man.
You said
Have a little nibble of that.
It looks like rosemary, doesn't it?
Yep, we'll take you on a journey. Hang in there.
What are you doing to me, Lucia?
I mean, I can't tell you how many vitamins are in that. I've lost count of them. A, B, K. The seeds have got vitamin E in them.
It's not unpleasant.
This is it in its pure form, which is literally it just put through a sieve, heated. It's only the female...
It feels like medicine, this, you know.
Does it?
Sea buckthorn grows all around the east coast of Britain and has 15 times more vitamin C than oranges.
They drink this all over Europe, apart from England.
For me, it's like it's almost mango-like in its texture when it first goes in.
Yeah.
So this is pretty clear. It's good for you. It's good stuff.
So it's super good.
Is it? It's like a superfood. Is it?
Yeah.
Cheers, do I look younger?
I'll definitely be looking out for sea buckthorn during my next country stroll.
What else have you found? That's the bit.
Following on from the lavender, I thought, well, let's keep going with this lovely plant. So I made a lavender and apple jelly.
Oh, hang on. You see, this is a cake here. This is a lavender and lemon cake.
I baked this cake after my day out with Lucia.
If I just take a little bit of that, I'm thinking now after trying this.
What a beautiful moist
Together.
cake.
It's a good cake, though.
Lovely.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to crack on and make something using the lavender. I'm going to start by making a lavender and lemon posset. Now, on top of that, I'm also going to make the lavender biscuits, which I think will go really well with it.
Heat some cream in a pan and add caster sugar. Then, the star of the recipe, lavender.
It's quite pungent lavender, so I'm probably going to add about 2 teaspoons straight in. That will get infused into the cream as it slowly begins to come to the boil. Now, this needs to come to the boil basically to dissolve the sugar that's in there at the moment.
Once it's boiled, remove from the heat, leave to cool, and add the juice of 2 lemons.
You can use a juicer like this or just squeeze it if you're butcher manly, but I'm not. And once it's all dissolved, it's ready then to go straight into your jars, which is here. Now, if I get a jug to put this in, once it's gone in the fridge, it then sets, and that's what makes the posset.
In medieval times, posset was a drink split and curdled by lemon juice, but today the sugar stabilizes it into a mousse-like velvety texture.
And it's such a clean food to have at the end of a meal. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And
now,
traditionally, would they have a biscuit with it or something or not?
easy.
Oh, coming in.
Now, this is going to go in the fridge, and to go with this, I'm going to make a lavender biscuit.
Great.
Okay, this is going to go straight in the fridge. And you need to leave that to chill, preferably overnight. It just gives it time to set properly. Now, to make the biscuits, here I have some softened butter, to which you're going to add some lavender straight in. It's a good time to add. It releases all the oils while you're beating the thing to death. It does smell fantastic at this stage.
Beat in some caster sugar and flour.
And then you bring all these ingredients together. So at this stage, I'm going to get my hand in. Nearly there.
Now this is basically going to make a very crumbly biscuit. Pop that on the bench.
Roll the dough into a sausage. Wrap in greaseproof paper and chill in the fridge for half an hour.
You end up with this, which is now easy to cut into biscuits. So take your pastry out, get a knife, and then cut little discs all the way along, and you just pop this onto a tray.
Bake in the oven at 160 degrees for 20 minutes. Once they've gone golden, they're done.
And over here are said biscuits. When I bring the Possett out, look at these fellas. These are going to be absolutely delicious.
After half an hour in the fridge, they're set nicely.
Pop a couple of those on there with these gorgeous biscuits.
Do you want some fresh, Paul? Because that's a bit more colourful. Yeah.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
There you have it, lemon and lavender Possett with lavender biscuits.
This is a light, delicate way to finish a lunch, especially if you're eating in the garden.
Lucia, we'll have to wait a little bit longer before we get